Hi guys, Mary here. Today is January 20th, 2019. The lunar eclipse is this evening with the full moon. Well, depending on where you live, it's either the 20th or the 21st. So I wanted to talk to you about what I'm going to do as a little ceremony, and maybe you can do something similar as well. So what I'm doing tonight with the full moon is a meditation. I'm going to send light to Washington, D.C. A lot of people are doing that specifically at 12:15 Eastern Standard Time. So I have to set my alarm because it'll be like 1:15 here. So I'm doing that, as well as writing down my intentions for the year, what my intentions are. And what I'm going to do is I'm doing a little water ceremony. You know, if you follow Dr. Emoto, water can hold our intentions. I always, if I haven't said this before, I always have my water on the word love. So I'm putting love into my water all the time. But I'm going to do a little ceremony where I write down my intentions and I light a white candle and then meditate. And then I'm going to actually put my intention into my water. So I'll just allow my intention to go down through my arms, out my hands, into my water. And then I'll take a drink of the water. And then that's going, all my intentions are going into every cell of my body with the water. So that's just a way I'm going to, that's what I'm going to do this lunar eclipse. And the full moon. So what else did I want to talk about? With this lunar eclipse, this is a big deal. The portal is opening. There's a portal that is opening. We are, with this portal, lots of energies coming in on the planet. I know I talk about that a lot, but many more people are waking up. And if you've been doing the work, that inner work that I talk about, more things are going to be coming up to be purged and healed. And this is the year of letting go what no longer serves us. So that could be an addiction. It could be people in our lives. It could also be, more specifically, old patterns of behavior and old programs that you weren't even aware that you were being programmed. Specifically for me in meditation this morning, actually it was yesterday morning, a memory came up for me that I hadn't thought about in years. It just came out of the blue, just out of nowhere. And it was a very important memory because it was a time in my childhood. I was either 10 or 11, and I daydreamed a lot, and I told my parents my big hopes and dreams, you know. And I'll be honest, you know, I was in gymnastics, I was into diving. For me, I was going to go to the Olympics for everything, you know. And my parents kind of set me straight. We were camping, and I was getting ready. I came back from the pool area where I was just diving and practicing my diving, and I was, in my mind, I was going to the Olympics, you know, to compete and all this stuff. You know, it's what children do. We fantasize, we daydream about, you know, what we want to do. Anyway, my parents, you know, inadvertently left a huge scar on my soul. They just came out and said, you know, that's a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. You need to get on firm, solid ground here. You're not going to the Olympics. And it was soul crushing. I hadn't thought about that memory in years, and I realized that it was a program that, you know, my parents did the best they could at the time. I know that. I'm not blaming anyone. And they probably weren't aware of what that pattern did to me, what that belief manifested in my life going forward. I know that they were trying to protect me. you know, like don't dream too big because you're going to get hurt. But it had this, what ended up happening was I was blocking a lot of success in my life. Even though I was a nurse, I made money, I was always feeling lack. I was always feeling not enough, not worthy. I think that that moment for me, when I was 10 or 11, was a real crucial moment. And remembering it through meditation yesterday, I think it was yesterday, was eye-opening, you know. So having the awareness of where this old belief pattern came from, I can now put it to rest. I can cut the cord from that belief pattern. I can know where it's coming from and realize that that is not who I am. I am the daydreamer. I knew I was here for something really important. I knew that on a soul level. But when you're told something as a child, it can really have, it can stick with you, and it stuck with me. And this is the time when we need to let go of those old patterns of behavior, those old thought patterns that keep us from being who we truly are, you know. So I just wanted to share that story with you because I know a lot of you are going through that as well. Or if not now, you will be going through that. Old memories are going to come up. Things are going to come up that need to be healed so that you can move forward to a higher consciousness, so that you can be who you truly are, who your soul came here for a reason, and letting go of those things that no longer serve you is really helpful. And this lunar eclipse is part of that. There is a huge shift, and this is not the beginning of it, but this is a big part of that shift. And you may have planted some seeds during the solar eclipse, and whatever you planted, you are now going to manifest. So this is a big time of manifestation as well. Pay attention to your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. I say that probably every time I do a reading. Be the observer. Be the observer. This is number, what is it, 49. So it adds up to number 4, which is all about foundation. So we're looking at our foundations, our old foundations, right? And maybe some of the foundations are crumbling a little bit, so we're building them back up. You want to be the observer. Observe yourself, you know, kind of come out of your body, have a bird's eye view of your life, and just observe your patterns. You can even journal, and when you read your journal back, you can see little patterns of behavior that maybe aren't serving you anymore. So be the observer of your own life. Be the observer of things that are happening on the world stage. Don't get into the duality, just observe it. It's all happening, you know, things are becoming more polarizing for a reason. And it's all part of the shift. Huge shift that's coming up on the planet. Okay. It's funny, I remember a saying that people used to say to me all the time, I can't read your mind. And I remember as a very young little girl, I would be like, she can't read my mind. I can read hers. Telepathy is going to be a big thing coming up. I think by the year 2022, 2023, somewhere in there. Part of the reason that all the truths are coming out and anything hidden is coming up to the surface. We can't hide anything anymore, especially when we're going to be communicating in a more telepathic way with each other. That's coming up in years to come, but this is the start of it. So that's why truths are coming out. There can be no more corruption on the planet. Everything is coming up to the surface because we will be communicating telepathically. I've been doing it for a long time. You know, have you ever thought of a friend or your sister or somebody that you love and you're thinking, I should call them, and literally an hour later the phone rings? That's telepathy. You know, it's how I communicate with spirit. It's how we communicate on the other side. When I crossed over, everything was telepathically. That's what we're moving towards. Okay, so from the next deck, the first deck I pulled, was Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle. The second deck is Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors, and it says Autumn. Release the old and rest. So Spirit wants us to release what no longer serves us. That's what this is all about with this lunar eclipse. And just be the observer in your life. Sorry, I'm trying to grab my decks here. Be the observer of yourself, your own life, your behaviors, and become aware. It's with that awareness that we can make changes in our life. Just become aware of those patterns. We're letting go of those old programs, especially the societal programs that are telling us, you know, or that did tell us, you know, this is how we're supposed to be. This is you're supposed to go to school, and then you're supposed to go to college, and you're supposed to get the job and the 2 cars and the house with the white picket fence. It doesn't have to be like that. You are your own master. You can live the life that you were brought here to live, that your soul wants for you. I'm starting to ramble. Sorry. This is Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers. Okay, what can you tell us today, Spirit? What can you tell us today? Thank you so much. Ooh, Archangel Raphael. Call on Archangel Raphael. He is the Archangel of healing. He has the green light. You can work with him to heal anything that's coming up that you're purging, any of those old patterns. I called on Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael to help me cut cords to that childhood event that I saw happening, and I had him help me cut cords. I also went back and spoke to my inner child, and I said, your parents were wrong. They loved you. They did the best they could. But it's okay to daydream, and you are here for a bigger purpose, and you are talented, and you can do whatever you want. That's how I spoke to my inner child. I went back to that exact moment in my mind's eye and envisioned that moment, and I replayed it. I'll keep working on that. I'm a work in progress. So call on Archangel Raphael. The archangels are here to help us, but we do have to ask for their assistance because they know that we have free will. But he is our divine physician, and he can help heal any wounds so that you can be free. And it's so freeing to know that, you know, it's so freeing to know that as a child, what you were told wasn't necessarily true, and you knew the truth the whole time. It's just that when you're that young, nobody listens to you. Okay, again, Spirit wants us to be creative. This is a time of great creativity. What brings you joy? Not to create something to sell or create something to show, look what I did, but just to be in the moment of the creation, to be in that journey of what you're creating. When I paint to sell a painting, I can't paint. It comes out lousy. When I paint to just be in that creative moment, Spirit, my higher self, my guides, whoever is coming in, the divine that's helping me, creates a beautiful work of art. So remember that when you're creating something, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be something to sell. It doesn't have to be, it's the process and the journey of what you're creating that's really important. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you guys enjoy this lunar eclipse, whatever day it's coming for you. I am setting my alarm for 1:15, which will be 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Many people on the planet are sending love and light to Washington, D.C., and all around the planet to any areas where you feel need assistance. And make sure you write down your intentions, light a candle, put your intentions into the candle, they'll go out into the ethers, and put your intentions into your water and drink it, and tell me how it goes. All right, I thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe, and share. Give me the thumbs up. I love it, and I will see you next time. Take care.